Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to BND Live, the Dungeons and Dragons live stream, where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Steven as Finric the monk, Erin as Lily the fighter, Tim as Twizzard the wizard, and joining us soon, we will have Chris as Paelias the cleric. I am Shawn, your ever faithful and humble DM. This is BND Live. Do a little recap from last week, shall we? It was dark around 10 p.m. and you headed back to the ship after a little bit of fighting. And then the next morning, good day of travel, you headed up the river Pekka to Njars, the capital of Augsburg. About 127 miles against the river now, though, so you only did about 75 a day. Around the third island, because there are some islands in the rather large river, around the third island, you picked up someone named Frederick. He mentions that Njars they might not take kindly to the Mr. markings on Paelias' armor or to the staffs that Twizzard and Finistel hold. Early the next morning, DePaul early morning, weird tapping is noticed by Twizzard, who drops some lighted up gold bars he conjures up over the side and sees a shape move away from the ship. He rouses everyone, but even after some poor looking about, nothing is found. Oh, except that Frederick is gone. What's up with that? By 1 p.m. At DePaul, you are within sight of the docks and a castle of a large city. And the compass seems to point due west, which is the direction of the castle. After a big discussion and even some communing with Mistra, you arrive at a plan for concealment for traversing the city because you want to both conceal your magical nature, but you also have fears that Falrith may be at foot, and you want to, of course, obscure your identities from him. And that is where we leave off. So it's around a little over, say, call it 1:30 on DePaul. It is the third day of Cahaver, and you're all on the ship. Finishing this discussion, I suppose. What would you like to do?
I got a new plan. Hear me out. So they don't like magic users here, right? They run them out on a rail or cannonball them into the river or something. So we just bait Falrith to use his magical powers in front of everyone, and then once word gets around, they'll be like, "Oh, get him! Oh, he's been running our town for how long? He's a magic user." And then they'll do our dirty work. Maybe we could sit out in the river with a net and catch him, then finish him off. But I figure that's good old Plan A.
I like it.
That sounds pretty good.
I don't know how to do any of it.
Well, we were going to disguise ourselves first, right? So I'm a humble monk, so I should maybe be okay.
Extravagant monk.
Oh. And Lily is a fighter, so she can use magic, but she doesn't have to use magic. Her dagger is silver inlaid, but I don't necessarily know if that would be taboo or if it's just, hey, I got silver in my dagger.
Yeah, you do.
I also got silver earrings to match and this nice silver bracelet with a rose-colored sea glass.
Nice.
Not bad.
Lily just likes silver. And she has her purple, her dark royal purple scarf that she's kind of got wrapped around her and
Ooh, I forgot we had
you look the part.
Shade-dual way.
You look the part of a noble from Wesleyville.
I'm going to excuse myself and I'm going to change into my common clothes.
Ooh.
All right.
if I should put on common clothes. Didn't I wrap my gem in something?
Well, you put soot and charcoal in your hair, I think.
That's right.
So it is now kind of like a dark grayish black.
Ooh, that
And you
looks
probably didn't use any kind of like stiffening gel, so maybe it's not too much. Maybe it's kind of more of a faux hawk now.
good. It's a sad hawk. Yeah.
Droopy
It's
hawk.
like a
Maybe you put them in a couple of like just large braids or dreads or something.
It's just a mess. No one's
It's
going to
just-
want to look at me or talk to me. Problem solved.
So basically, he just has soot and charcoal all in his hair.
But I have my walking stick and my gem is in my pocket. So just in case I need to stick it on top. Which I'm not sure I need to do that, but
No, I think you just need to have the arcane focus with you.
Yeah.
is that the top part? So I
if,
don't even need my
if the
stick.
gem is hidden, could he still use his quarterstaff as a walking stick? Like as a bow / physical weapon? I mean, I can't imagine that they wouldn't be using...
I don't think so. It's just a stick at that point, right?
Yeah. As long as there's nothing super fancy looking and about it. But
Like if I cast too many spells, my gem might get hot and I might be like, and I have to like put it down.
Ah,
And that's probably all right.
is that what happens when you cast too many spells? Your
Keeps up,
staff
man.
gets hot?
your
Yeah.
staff gets
No, the
hot.
jewel
Oh,
gets hot.
the
Yeah.
jewel gets hot.
That's
Uh-huh.
fine. That's my insulator. I don't want to touch it. Like I could cast a lot of spells and then heat up your cup of coffee.
Oh, like quenching it?
No, I'd heat it up.
Well, yes, but it would be quenching the gemstone and heating up your coffee.
Yes.
The transfer of energy would go from the gemstone to the coffee.
Something like that. Okay, so
We're just trying to waste time before Paelias gets on.
I mean,
did we wake him up? Somebody's got to wake him up.
You could just say that
Well, I
he's
always
following
sleeps in.
along behind you. I think that's fine.
And Mr. Bones, is he in the brig? Is he in a pile of bones?
In your bag?
Well, because
I
Paelias
thought-
needed one. He needed his femur. So, well, oh wait, Mr. Bones was still okay because he's just
He's
limping.
just limping.
I feel like you guys put him in the bag, but maybe I'm remembering something different.
No, I think we were discussing putting him in the bag so that he was with us but not visible to everybody.
Yeah.
And I know Paelias was going to be wearing his hat of disguise, and he was going to be someone that he saw somewhere, but I can't remember who.
Don't pick Falworth. Don't pick Falworth.
I think he wanted to do someone from
Oh,
Windbell, and
Yeah.
we're like, no, don't do
you know,
anyone from
Falworth knows
Windbell.
everybody there. He could have done like Stinky Baggins.
No, I think he
Too much of
chose.
a height change.
Oh, someone from Puppy Town.
Was it someone from Puppy Town?
Oh, maybe.
Was it one of the giants?
Big Paw.
It was one of the portly people because he didn't want his armor to like be an issue or something.
Hmm.
I'm sure he remembers. Not.
It was so long ago, I can't even remember.
Hmm.
All right, well, then I guess onward towards.
Well, do we know what we're gonna do except just explore and pick up clues?
Maybe we should scout first.
All right.
I could go for a good scout.
All right. Let's scout.
Scouting it up. All right, so who's being dropped off in the I guess they're gonna take the dinghy into the docks.
Yeah.
That's
He's
right.
all
I'm going
versus
to
the
stay.
Baggins, right?
Nate pipes up. He's like, I'm going to stay within 120 feet. Did you say, Finn? Yes. That's how far my message spell will work. Beeping. You guys hear that beeping?
Is that us?
No, I think it's my kitchen. It's about to explode. Probably.
We might
fine,
need to take a break.
Oh,
though. All right. So who's going in the dinghy? All right.
is there room for me?
Finric, can not come with us? There's definitely room.
Oh, Finric, there's definitely room for you and Mr. Twizzard.
Yeah, you and I can like.
The two of you together is like one
I can
Paelias.
stack you on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's no problem.
Am I taller than you? If I am, it's barely.
You are. You're on the.
Yeah.
I am.
He's rather tall for a dwarf,
I'm 4'9".
don't you think?
It's fairly tall.
I probably am not.
Not
So
tall
we
for a
could-
dwarf.
If we got a big coat, we could do that classic gag where we walk around as one person.
Yeah, well, let's keep that on the table, but I don't know that that's the opener.
We'll call
I mean, you
ourselves
certainly
Tall
have
Riff.
a long enough cloak. You have Mr. Bones's super big cloak from Wesleyville.
Oh, come on. We got to do that. We call ourselves Tall Riff. That's perfect. Are you Tall Riff? No, we're his brother Tall Riff.
And you wear the hat of disguise, and you look just like him.
How dare you?
Oh my gosh.
Now, of course, I feel like Finric would have to be on top just because he is a little bit smaller than you, and you would probably be able to carry him much easier than the other way around.
Plus, I guess my skin tone doesn't.
I don't know. I'm a stout halfling. I feel like I'm pretty strong.
You could be. I am 200 pounds, 199.
Yeah, if you're wearing the hat of disguise, I think you can change your skin color to match
Okay.
Walrus.
Then again, my strength is an 8.
Yeah, Mr. Twizzard's strength is a 12, so
All right, so we've got you. We got Finric standing on Twitter. No, are we really doing that? What are we doing?
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Oh, but leave that in the back of your mind.
maybe you should throw that
That's a
cloak
little
in there
left.
just in case.
Yeah.
If only I had a wheelbarrow and an apocalypse cloak. What was it?
Oh, Princess Bride?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it was Apocalypse Cloak, right?
I think so. You mean like this?
Oh
Well-
man, so good.
Magic Max gave it to me. Said it fit me so well.
Miracle Max.
Miracle Max.
Finistel,
Ah.
Finistel pipes up. So wait, so are we doing a smaller group at first, or are we all going right now?
Well, we could leave Paelias on the boat.
Knowing us, we're probably going to bump into Falrith immediately just getting off the boat. So we might as well just all go.
Perhaps we
And
should all go. then.
Finistel, you've never met Falrus, so he wouldn't recognize you.
Well, I was on the ship when we were paralyzed, and he got my amulet. Although not my
right.
special amulet.
Right. Keep forgetting that he bombarded us like that.
Yes, it's quite
Well,
time
Tom-
for payback.
Payback, payback.
All right, so we got a party of. Wait, what's happening with Mr. Bones?
Mr. Bones is in the bag of holding.
Yeah,
Okay, Mr.
He's
Bones is
he's
in the bag
collapsed
holding.
into a smaller.
but I haven't cast any animate deads on him, so if we open him, he could be a bit hostile.
All right, noted. So yeah, I'm gonna say with 5 of you in the dinghy. Ooh, that's a bit tight. Jenkins might row some of you in and then row back, and then if you had to get out of there in a hurry, Finistel could fly. Yes, I could fly or something. Sure, I
And
could.
Mr. Twizzard should fly.
I should fly?
No, I'm saying you could fly if we were in a pinch.
Oh. But I also might turn to a dragon and take out everyone.
All right.
Well,
That is a risk I am hoping you take. I mean, all right. So
I mean,
you guys,
you're just using the spell once. It's only one succumb, so you'll probably be able to roll out of that first one.
You've seen some of my rolls.
I know, I have. But the odds are in your favor. May the odds be ever.
I mean, this is just getting to shore, right? I can
Right.
wait for the boat to come back.
Yeah, it feels like we're overthinking this.
Yeah. I
Wait.
could just swim.
Yeah, you don't. Wait, what? No. Jenkins
No.
takes one dinghy. You guys row the other,
Oh,
and
okay.
then he takes one dinghy back. It's just leaving that you'd have to, either summon
Oh.
Jenkins or if it's a more hasty retreat, then other things happen.
Oh, I'm diving in if it's hasty.
All right.
Or I'm flying.
So you guys, you get to the docks. Again, capital city, bustling. Another
Survival
dinghy.
check. We're just 100% sure that we're gonna be cool with the dinghies.
Say it again.
No survival check. We're just 100% sure that like we've got command of our dinghies.
I'm confident.
All right,
That's
sweet.
so
We could
funny.
sail a boat. I think we could row a dinghy.
Finric is.
Would you like to
always
give
worried
it a
about the water.
survival check, Finric?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
19.
Oh, it's like
You
you've been
barely
rowing
made it.
dinghies all your life.
He doesn't want to touch the water.
All right, so you guys land on the docks, and it is bustling. You see, people who coming in, going out for fishing, different ships. Some of which you see come from northern, sort of down the river. Other ships coming up from the same route that you guys took, past the islands. It is a big hustle and bustle. People are bumping past you. You see a lot of wattle and daub, sort of that the white plaster with the timber construction. It's very much like a German village type of thing, but on city scale. Although there is no wall encircling everything, but you can see the central castle keep off in the distance.
Looks like a cool place.
I'm going to keep my eye out for someone who looks like a Baggins.
All right. As you guys make your ways off the docks, give me a perception check.
16.
All right.
11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did you roll one, Finric, or are you just
7.
content? All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way off the docks, sure enough, Lily, you spot a familiar sandy red-colored hair a little bit off to the side, sort of talking to a couple other people. Maybe finishing up a conversation there.
I'm going to try to catch his eye and give him a wink.
All right. Give me a performance check.
13.
Yeah, no, he finishes up a conversation with a woman in a sort of a flowing blue dress, and she turns and walks away. He sort of catches your eye and walks over. Oh, hello.
Baggins, I presume?
Yes, have we met?
In a way.
Really? And he sort of like bows low and like takes your hand and like tries to give you a kiss on it.
Sure.
Look at this Baggins.
Not the one where I'm wearing any jewelry, though.
Okay. All right, fair enough. How can I be of service for you?
Well, we are new to the city, and we're looking for someone who might know their way around to escort us.
I know my way around many cities. This is just one of them.
Oh, I can tell that you know your way around this city.
Yeah, he seems very suave, actually. Very suave.
Oh, so I'm thinking that he's Suave Baggins.
Yeah, he gives another bow and sort of like a little twirl of his overcoat. He's like, I trust that you folks are new to Njars.
Isn't that what I just said?
Yes, I suppose it is. Sorry. He looks a little
So
flustered.
you trust us. You're saying that you trust us.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can I get your
Cool.
names?
Well, I'm Finric.
Very nice to meet you, Finric.
Were we using our names?
I guess we are now.
Sending stone?
Well, I'm Sending Stone. I'm not a magic user, so I feel like my name is probably okay.
Okay. I'm not sure if I want to use my name.
Not sure what I should do. Okay, I
Sort of
do a
looks at you
bow.
guys expecting that.
I
And
do a fancy bow just like he does.
Yeah.
I say, I am Paelias.
Oh my God.
And I will say that I am Sally, a combination of my sister Sarah and Lily. Right? My sister's name is Sarah?
Yep.
Okay. So
you're like a chimera.
I will be Sally.
Oh my god.
Copperhead. There we go.
Sally Copperhead.
Sally Copperhead. Because I am redheaded, am I not?
Yeah, you're definitely copper-headed. All right, and then you're introducing yourself as Paelias.
Yes.
We'll let Paelias decide what he's introducing himself as. Finistel introduced as Finistel because she Falrith never got her name, so she's not too worried about that.
Oh yeah, that part.
Yeah, that's why Finric.
Yeah.
But most people call me Dougie.
Oh, would you like me to call you Dougie?
That'd be great.
Sure thing, Dougie.
Dougie Fresh.
Well, let me show you around our city. Do you like pretzels?
Yeah. I think we could all use some pretzels.
Pretzels with maybe some cheese
Of course.
and beer.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Show us the way.
All right. So Suave Baggins starts to bring you up into the city. Yeah, I mean it's a nice place. It's a nice day. A lot of people. You get the feeling it's almost like a bit of a festival atmosphere. There's just sort of there's some energy.
What month are we in?
What's that?
What month are we in?
You are in Cahaver.
Oh, so it's Caverfest.
Well, it's something. You could ask Robbie, but you definitely get that. It's that feeling of like festivity in the air. Not quite sure what it is, and you see, but yeah, you see there's a lot of street carts. They're selling beer right on the street. Big puffy pretzels with various dipping sauces. Most of them savory, some of them sweet. It's really good smells in the air. A little bit of a crisp, not a chill, but it's cooler. It's cooler. But yeah, it's a general festive atmosphere.
I think instead of a beer, I might see if there's maybe some kind of like an apple cider.
Yeah, no, you can definitely follow your nose to. There's a woman with a cart with two big barrels, and sort of a ladle, and then some cups on the side.
Oh, and then I might want to have a sweet pretzel, maybe one with cinnamon and sugar on it.
Do they have that here?
I don't know. He said there was both sweet and savory.
Okay.
Oh, they have it. They have it. Any type of pretzel covering you could want is probably here somewhere.
Almonds, walnuts, cheese.
All right, so you approach this woman in her cart.
Oh yes.
All right. She looks to be a halfling, and she.
Ooh, if I recognize that she's a halfling, maybe I will speak to her in halfling.
Oh, all right.
And essentially, I'll say, "My good woman, may I have a cup of your warmed apple cider?"
I understood it.
Very well. Here you go. That'll be 1 copper, please.
And so I give her 2 copper.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Because now I can actually control that.
Oh, I see. On D&D Beyond.
I also ask her if there is a particular pretzel cart she would recommend for a sweet cinnamony pretzel.
Oh, yes, the best cart for pretzels of the sweet nature. The sweet nature is over there, and she points out a cart. It's sort of colored gold and blue coloring. Very festive looking cart.
Okay, that's the cart that I go to, and I will, I guess, get my whatchamacallit there, Pretzel there. Yes.
Yep, easy enough.
Is there a place where a guy could get like a pretzel with like peppers and cheese?
Ooh.
Peppers and cheese. Give me a perception
Like hot
check.
peppers, like little chunks of hot peppers.
Give me a perception check.
20.
Yeah, you mentioned this to Suave, and you were already heading a direction, but he's like, yeah, this is where you want to be, and you find a bit of an older dwarf, little bit of a grizzled beard, and he has a cart that's got a pepper painted on the side. And it's not like, you get the feeling it's not the most popular cart, but he's there and he's making a go of it. And as he sees you approach, he sees in you a fellow lover of the pepper cheese pretzel. And so he gets very excited. He sort of like, brings him up to his full dwarf height, which is just a little bit higher than you. And he's like, welcome, pepper pretzel.
Yeah. What kind of peppers y'all use?
Oh, spiciest, the spiciest.
Oh, excellent. Cool. I would love one.
And the cheese has a zing to it.
This sounds outstanding.
Excellent, my good man. And he sort of like prepares a pretzel, puts it in a little paper wrapping, and hands it over to you. 1 copper.
1 copper.
Good price.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
I take a bite.
It's really good. It's got the creaminess of the cheese, and the pepper, like the zing, sort of like wakes you up a little. It's really good.
I love this part of traveling. Guys, you got to try these pretzels.
Does he have beer there too?
Finishdale looks dubiously and then follows Lily to the sweet pretzel cart.
Yeah. So I guess I will get a sweet pretzel from the sweet pretzel cart.
All right, easily done.
Is there a cart with beer?
Oh yeah, multiple.
Okay. Is there one with beer and pretzels?
They keep them separated. I'm not sure if it's like a city ordinance or what, but they're very, you're on the main drag. It is easily done.
This is where I really could have used Mr. Bones. Could have waited on both lines.
Well, there's a lot of. It's after lunch, like it's around 2:00 by this time, so there's not really a line.
All right.
How much for the pretzel?
They were one copper.
Okay, so I'll give 2, so that's a total of 4 that I spent, so I'm down to 3 copper.
All right. I'm sure Paelias will get something as well, though I'm not sure what sort. Maybe the beer, or the there's probably like battered and fried pretzels too.
Ooh, deep fried pretzels. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good.
I don't know, with some kind of crust coating.
Crusty pretzels.
Crusty pretzels.
So are you getting the beer, Twizzard?
Oh yeah. So I'll go to the beer cart. Is there one pushed by a dwarf?
Give me a perception check.
15.
Yeah, there is. There's one in your vicinity, because it's a big long street. In your vicinity, you see one pushed by a human and one pushed by a dwarf.
All right. No racist, but I'm going to the dwarf.
All right.
And I go, 2 beers.
Wunderbar. And he takes 2 big mugs and like pours it out from the keg that he's got like on his cart, and hands you the mug, and he's like, keep the mug. 2 copper each beer.
2 each, son of a. All right. I give him his money. 4 coppers. Come broke here.
Bring the mugs back. You get the beer for 1 copper each.
Ooh, I see what you're going at. Okay, all right, I'll haul on to these babies.
Wunderbar deal.
Okay.
So it's a 1 copper refill.
All right. I finish one, and I put on. I say, fill up, please.
Ah, good man, good man. Pours you another one, hands it to you.
All right, thank you. One of these was just to waste my time in the pretzel line.
Why'd you do another 2? It was 1 copper for a refill.
Oh, whoops. I accidentally I gave the man 2 coppers.
Oh, so it was a tip for the
It's
second.
a tip. He took it as a tip.
All right, so I still got 2 full beers. So
You still
now I'm
have
going
2 full beers.
to the pretzel line, and now I sip my second beer.
Fair enough.
Are you holding both like in one hand? Oh, okay, you're double fisting.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
All
doing the spicy pretzel, the pure cheesy pretzel, the plain pretzel, or the
one with like mega salt? They have salty pretzels.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
He essentially wants a salt lick.
Going to that one.
The yeah, I know. It's almost more white than brown.
Are there chunks of salt people are selling with little bits of pretzel sprinkled on it?
You find the closest thing to that.
It's like, give me a pound of pretzel salt with a pretzel that I can lick and dip in.
Yes.
It's like fun dip
That's what I
with a
want.
pretzel.
I was trying to do Swabby Baggins with like a cross between a Slav accent and a German accent, and it's just terrible. So I'm just gonna go back to my normal Baggins accent because I think that's like the best. Wow, you guys are sure like eating a lot.
Yes, we are.
Do you not have food on your ship? Did you guys come from my ship?
Yeah, we don't have pretzels on our ship.
Oh, well, yeah, we make a lot of pretzels here. And it's a really good time to be here. What with the Onsalon going on, and there's just a lot of people in town. It's very exciting.
Tell me more about this festival, Onsalon.
Well, every year, at the beginning of Kyver, the queens and kings of the city-states get together. And, but this year there's like a lot of drama. So it was kind of a rocky start, but I don't know. We're only 3 days in, but the festivals are still going on, so that's really all I care about. The politics will sort itself out.
Well, that is exactly what I'm interested in, and I slip him a silver. Any information you could provide would be greatly appreciated. She's pulling out. Lily is pulling out her best Agnes impersonation right now.
All right. I love it. Oh, you're interested in information then, I see. Well, okay, look, here's the deal. And he sort of like, takes you to the side. All right, look, each year, the first day of Kyver, the leaders of the city-states, they get together, right? They pick one capital like ahead of time, like they pick it at the end of the last year. So this year it was going to be Njars, here in Augsburg. But, here's the deal. Not all of them showed up. Apparently, Hilda and Alaric of Odavakar disappeared. So their eldest daughter is here. But, like, that's causing, like, a lot of trouble. And a lot of the other queens and kings are getting a little upset. And, like, I hear that the talks are already breaking down, even though they're only 3 days into it. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to enjoy it before everything goes to shit.
How interesting. Is it... How long have the... Hilda and...
Yeah, so Hilda and Alaric of Odavakar, they went missing on the way to Augsburg, on the way to Njars. And basically, it's a bit chaotic. The remaining rulers, they're like accusing each other behind, like, I don't know, there's rumors. I hear things because I'm like in the know with, like, the castle servants.
So where's this daughter exactly?
What's that?
Where's this daughter exactly?
Well, she's in the castle now.
Ah.
But, Hildegard.
Mm.
I think her name's Hildegard. I don't know. The servants say that they're like, tensions are high.
What do the servants say about Hildegard herself? Is she well composed? Is she of, good upbringing? Is she the one causing the problems, or is it the fact that her parents are not there that's causing the problems?
Yeah, I mean, she's so normally it's the queens and kings. So the fact that she's there in their stead because they disappeared, she's worried about her parents, and everyone else is like, how do we know you can speak for them? And so I think that's what the problem is.
That's a pickle.
Well, Lily is definitely interested in finding out more about Hildegard because she feels like that could be her. Not that her parents are kings and queens, but that if her parents go missing, she would be worried as well. So I think she feels like she could be sympathetic to Hildegard.
Oh, speaking of pickles, there's a pickle cart down over here if you want that.
I was thinking about that.
Yep, pickle cart. I start heading towards the pickle cart. Come on, Erin.
He points out the pickle cart.
I go get a pickle.
I think I'll stick with my sweet
You get
pretzel.
2 pickles for a copper.
Very large pretzel.
I'm getting 2 pickles.
2 pickles for a copper.
Done.
I'll take pickles.
You want dill or half sour?
Ooh, half sour.
Cool.
Full sour for
Oh,
Hannah.
and these pickles come on sticks. I don't know how you're used to getting your pickles, but these come on sticks.
Well, I'm holding 2 beers, so I'm just gonna drink half of one. Can you just put a pickle or 2 in my beer? And
Yeah,
I'll
it's
just-
sort of like a really big garnish.
Yeah, when I can get it out, I will.
You can like bite the pickle and drink from the beer.
The nice party
Pickled flavored beer.
would come back again.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a holiday week. Like you see, you get the feeling that there are a lot of people from out of town, maybe have come from the neighboring city states, or you see a few people. There's various flags, and so the flag you see most here in Njars is a 2 yellow stripes with a blue one in the center. But you do see a few people. There's like a group of people with the colors of Stutlafen, which is where you were for fight night. I guess Finric and Twizzard may recognize that, but not Lily as much. But you get the feeling that there are more people in the city than usual because of this Onslaught conference thing going on.
So, is there a good place to stay with like all the extra crowd in here, or?
Well, that's a good point. The taverns do tend to fill up, but Billy Butterbottom's bed and breakfast is usually got some space filling, and I got it in with him, so.
BB's B&B.
That sounds like a great place to stay.
Yeah,
Shall we run over there and secure ourselves some lodging?
I think
Let's
that
get our
sounds like a
together.
reasonable plan. All right, you guys gonna head over there?
Good home base.
Yeah.
I think on the way over, Lily might be keeping her eye out for maybe a interesting souvenir.
Interesting souvenir. Okay.
Something that might be, very.
No magic stuff.
No, well, obviously it wouldn't be magic stuff, but like if she saw something that was kind of like,
It'd be like a clever toy, like a Jacob's ladder or a spinny helicopter.
a little trinket or something that she can wear, or
Muggle toys.
just something,
Yeah, give me a
Like a
perception check.
a wreath for her hair or something like that.
Snow globes.
18.
You notice that a lot of the children have these. They're like it's like a wooden hoop, and then they have 2 wooden sticks, and they'll one will sort of floop the hoop up off the stick, and then the other will catch it, and the stick has a ribbon. I'm sorry, the hoop has a ribbon on it. And they're playing this sort of catch game, and there's definitely a cart selling those nearby.
Lily is 18 going on 19 or
Yeah.
19 going on 20. Who knows? I don't know if she might think that that's cute for her little sister Sarah, but I don't know if she would actually pick it up at this point in time. But maybe she'll consider it on the way out.
You also see some finer dressed ladies with a smaller sort of cap type hat, and you notice that again, just like you see some of the flags with the different colors, the caps will have feathers of those colors.
Ooh. But she doesn't know which feather color she should be getting,
It's
so
true.
she might just be inspired by that.
Yep.
Thinking if I need to take a side, then I should grab one of those. But it's kind of like the robes of the houses, the wizarding houses. You don't know if I want to take sides yet.
Totally understood.
I'm just gonna stay with my royal purple Shaydul scarf,
All right.
extra long.
So Swabby Baggins winds and weaves his way through the crowds and then takes you a little off the beaten path, but not too far. And the thing you notice as you come near this inn is a just wonderful, wonderful smell of butter and baked goods, and just like it smells really good. And Suavi opens up the door and you enter, and it is crowded, but you see a rather jovial character at the front, and they come up to you.
Is it Billy?
What's that?
Is it Bob?
Is it Billy?
Oh, welcome to Billy's Buttery Buns and Bed and Breakfast. Can I interest you in some buttery buns?
If those buttery buns have a room to go with it.
Oh, are you looking for... Suavi, what have you brought me? Well, these folks are new in town and they really need a place to stay, Billy. My buttery buns are delicious, and my bed and breakfast is delectable. So you're welcome to stay. I think I have... He sort of looks around at your group. I have a room with 2 beds.
We prefer one less bed, but that's all right. We could do it too.
How big are the beds?
Well, my fine fellow, they are... You could probably fit 2 people in each bed.
Oh, that's cool. How big is the room?
If I'm being honest, not much bigger than the beds.
Okay, let me consult with my friends. What do you guys think?
Let's do it.
I'm fine with it. I'm sure that Lily is going to call finish though.
All right.
Oh, and I should mention, if you stay the night, everybody who stays the night gets a complimentary buttery bun in the morning.
Sold.
Oh, it's not the other way around. If you buy a buttery bun, you get a complimentary night at the B&B?
No, I am afraid not. It is a bed and breakfast, not a breakfast in bed.
Can you have breakfast in bed?
Yes, you can.
Well, not if I'm
Keep getting better and better.
No crumbs in the bed.
No crumbs in the bed.
So how does it work if we want to stay for a few nights or whatever it is? Do we re-up every night or sort of how does that?
You can pay for a few nights ahead if you'd like. That just sort of locks in the room in case there's other people. Although I have to say most people who are going to be staying here did get here a couple days ago. But some come and go. It depends.
Well, I guess it'd be good not to lose the room. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, let's do it. We need.
I think maybe we should put a deposit for at least 3 nights.
Yeah, we need a home base.
3 nights.
That would be 3. 6 silver, please.
From
Okay.
each or for the entire room?
Oh no, for the 3 nights of the one room.
Yes.
2 silver a night.
Got it. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did someone pay for that?
I think Rick did.
I think
Thank
Finric
you,
did.
Finn.
He
All right.
tosses
Thank you,
the key.
Dougie.
Right,
You'll
Dougie.
be in room 3. He tosses you the key.
Mm.
He gives Finric
All right.
the key since Finric
Number.
paid. Would you care for some buttery buns right now?
I think I will hold off for now. But maybe
I just had a really big pretzel, so I'll just have one.
Oh, here you go. And he sort of goes and he brings back from the kitchen this like golden buttery bun in a piece of paper that's already sort of turning translucent from the butter it's trying to contain.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
And he hands you that. It's fresh, it's warm, it's pudgy, heavenly. How do you like my buttery bun?
This is good stuff. You're good people.
Excellent. Welcome to Njars.
Thank you. Guys, when you're hungry, you gotta try these buns.
So you don't make any of this with magic?
Magic?
Does
No,
it taste
there's no magic other than the magic of my love for buttery buns.
That's what we heard. We heard there's no magic here. Just surprised, all this good stuff goes on. There's no magic. All the other towns we've been to, they always use magic for some of that. To make all
really?
the
Where are you folks from?
I, Dougie, are originally from
Nice to meet you, Dougie.
Winchestertonville.
the sleepy dale of Windbell, let's say.
Is it a dale?
Hold on
No.
1 second, and we will.
But he doesn't know that. I don't say that part aloud.
See the loud part soft and soft part loud.
Yep.
Oh wait, so you didn't actually tell him where you're from? Did you say? What was it? Now all I can think of Winchestertonville. Windbell. Did you say it quietly?
Yeah, you don't want to say Windbell. We don't want to be from Windbell.
We don't want to be from Windbell.
You don't want to be from Windbell. I'm sorry. Where did you say where you're from? And
We're all
Swami sort
from,
of looks at
we didn't grow up together. We're all from sort of different areas.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's fine. You just met each other on the road then.
Exactly.
Good. Yep.
And a little bit on the sea.
Yep.
Oh,
Mouse-
all right.
One of us crawled out of the sea.
Came up the river Pekka then.
Yes.
Someone may have.
Well, hey, your business is your business. My business is buttery buns.
Okay.
And he sort of like excuses himself and walks off. Swabi is still there though.
Swabi, he seems to be such a nice person. Thank you for bringing us here.
Oh yeah, Billy, he's good people.
Now, if, let's say, I wanted to meet with Hildegard, do you think you could get word into the castle to maybe have her meet us at some rendezvous point?
Oh, well, gee, I don't know about that. I mean, all the royals are staying in the castle grounds, while they're here, and if she did come out, she'd have her guard with her. I don't know. I could try to ask the servants if she leaves at all. Maybe get back to you.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to speak with her, and I don't know how difficult it would be to get into the castle. I figured it might be easier for her to get out of the castle.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know a lot about those dynamics. I'm kind of like, I got my ear to the ground. I got rumors, but infiltrating castles probably isn't my strong suit.
Neither ours.
Let's see. I've got a dagger.
I mean, I find it difficult to believe that the royalty wouldn't actually try to engage in some of the festivities and show their face to the general public. I feel like, isn't that part of their duties?
Well, there's usually a parade, there was a parade 2 days ago, and then there's usually a parade at the end of Ansalong. But during the sort of negotiations each day, they tend to stick to themselves, or they stay in their quarters in the castle. But I don't know. Hildegard's kind of a wild card, and they're still waiting for news from search parties that went out to find her parents. So I'm not really sure how or if that's going to change things.
Well, then maybe you can find out which direction the search party went out in.
Well, I can tell you that right now. Odavakar is southwest of here. But Hildegard said that her parents were going overland so they could, basically the month before, so they could see some of their people as they travel through their land.
Their constituents.
Their constituents, yeah. No, they're, Do you guys have a map of Swabia?
Not a close-up. We just have
I
Centralia.
don't think you have a close-up one yet. Might be something you could get.
Got it. So we'll look for a map store.
Cartographer.
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 Hey, is there are there any like taverns or other places to eat that are frequented by some of the castle workers?
Oh, that's a good question. The castle workers.
Just if we want to put our ear to the ground,
Well, we could certainly get you closer, and I mean, there's many taverns over that area. They're usually a little pricey for me, but I could show you them.
What do you think, guys?
That sounds like a good plan.
All right.
Yeah, he's still enamored of the silver you gave him. 2 silver or 1 silver?
I gave him a silver.
Yeah, that's still though. You've bought Swabi for the day, so. All right, so you guys leave Billy Butterbottom's bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
And continue heading deeper into the city.
I saw Paelias 1 for a minute.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
I'll be right there.
Cool.
Right.
I think that Sally Copperhead wants to try to just show concern for the missing king and queen.
Sally Copperhead.
Sally Copperhead. Yeah.
Sure.
How nerve-wracking it must be to not know where your parents are.
Is that where you're going to say that to her?
I'm just saying it out loud
Okay.
to anyone who overhears me.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
Hmm.
I overhear you. And I go, shh.
Oh yeah, so Paelias 1. So we're mostly in disguise. I'm Dougie. Lily is Sally Copperhead. Twizzard is Paelias.
Classic.
Finistle.
Finistle, because
but as she
doesn't know her
pointed
by name.
out, Falworth never learned her name, so.
Smart.
So have a think about who you are.
And
Okay.
there was a lot of pretzel buying opportunities and beer buying opportunities that you could have
And
partaken.
pickles.
Oh, I bought
Pickles.
pretzels.
Nice. I thought I saw you at the corner of my eye. And then we went to an inn, and so we have a tavern. There's a big like festival in town. It's like a big like political thing where all the local monarchs sort of like, or regional monarchs like sort of come together. And there's this one particular set of monarchs that have gone missing, and their daughter has come in their stead, and it's causing a bit of a hubbub.
Okay.
And
Sounds
her name
like
is
the scene is set for an assassination.
Yeah.
Or I
definitely
think that
curious.
Falrith is trying to cause some turmoil by causing these 2 monarchs to disappear.
And he's the daughter?
Oh my god!
Mind blown.
Well, now we have no idea.
I mean, we could, try to ask Suave in a suave kind of way. if he's ever heard of a particular Falrith.
He probably has a different name on here.
I think we just need to kind of make it sound like Falrith.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready for Plan B? Talrith.
I thought that
I
was
don't
Plan
think Paelias knows about Plan B.
So Finric and I are going to stand on one another's shoulders. There's still debate as to who's top and who's bottom. We're gonna get a long robe and we're gonna wear it. We're somehow gonna disguise ourselves. Either maybe borrow your hat and look like Falrith.
You don't need.
It's
Do you
the same
need
height.
both of you to do that, or can you just do it like one of you?
Neither of us are tall enough.
Technically, the way that would work is you would basically make a small Falrith on top
Right.
of the other person. Because the hat's magic wouldn't go to the other person. So it'd be like a small Falrith standing on another person wearing a large cloak.
I think it'll work. It's foolproof.
It's risky.
All right. It's Plan C then. Fine. Let's move down a notch.
They also
Ballsy.
met Billy Butterbottom. Oh, my buttery buns.
Yes,
Buttery
that's the
buns.
place we're staying at. Billy Buggerty's buttery buns of
Nice.
good food and small rooms, but we'll be all right. But Finric said he's going to eat buns in bed, so there's going to be crumbs. So
We haven't spotted Falrith or gotten any word of him yet.
No, the rumor that I started has it that he's dressed up as this woman called Hildegard.
What does the compass say?
it pointed at, well, the last time we checked the reading, we were on the ship, and it pointed at the keep, like the big tower, right? The castle.
Yeah, it pointed west into the city, and the sort of landmark that you saw was the castle.
Wait, do we still have the compass? Does it still point that way?
I think so. Can we pull it out?
You can
Yeah,
pull
let's
it
take a
out.
look.
All right, we'll pull it out and look at it.
Yeah, it points to the castle.
Ah!
All right.
Go to the castle.
Oh, hey, what's that you got?
It's just a broken compass.
Oh, broken compass. There's a blacksmith. You could have it fixed that.
I don't want it smashed. Maybe we'll take it to like a clockmaker or something.
Well, he was pretty good with his hands, but okay, fine, never mind.
Okay.
Who's this little guy?
Oh, hey, I'm Swabby Baggins.
Suave.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Oh, yeah. Ravenclaw.
Oh, wow, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Is that a first
Thanks.
name or a whole name? It's like your only name?
Yeah, that's all I go by.
That's awesome.
Yeah, kind of like Falrith.
Oh, okay. I think Ravenclaw's cooler.
Yeah, I think so.
Good check.
You could do an insight to see if he reacted when you said it.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime you're talking with someone and you want to see, like, if they're telling the truth or, like, if you can get a read off them, you could just ask for an insight check.
Let me see if I got some dice.
Clearly there you were baiting him, so that's why, I
Right.
picked up on
Yeah,
it.
so insight. Ooh, wow, I got a lot of insight. What? I got a nat 20 to make 27.
Holy moly. You are extremely confident that he thinks Ravenclaw is an awesome name. You are also extremely confident that he didn't recognize the name Falrith, but he thinks it's a worse name than Ravenclaw.
All right, I got a lot of info that I don't really need out of that 20.
That was good.
But that's cool.
Yeah, the name of Falrith does not ring a bell.
Okay.
Although you do
Yeah.
know that he's sort of a rumor monger, right? So, like, it's not nothing.
No, he's probably going by a different name out here.
It's a fair assumption. Talrith. He's going by Talrith.
Mhm.
He is tall, right? I somehow got the impression he was really tall.
Well, you're a dwarf, so yeah.
Everybody's tall.
Man, 27. I think that's the highest roll I've ever had.
That's a good roll.
That's a solid roll. Solid roll right there.
Screenshot that.
All right, so what are we doing?
Uh,
We're getting closer to the castle. Sorry.
You are getting closer to the castle. And as you get closer to the castle, you notice that it is actually surrounded. you might call it a moat. It's really more like a lake. Like it's kind of a big. It's kind of a castle in a lake type of thing. And
They do like castle tours.
Look for the tour guide.
You could ask
Can we
Swami, though.
can we view the tapestries?
Yes, we could totally request it.
Well, if Lady Greymane was here, she would be looking for tapestries.
Is it tapestries?
Frostmane. Lady
You
Frostmane,
have
that's her name.
Many tapestries.
I think Lily's going to ask, are there any fish in this lake? Do people go fishing here?
Oh, yeah, they do. You have to have permission from the Queen's Guard, though.
Like any of the guards can give us permission.
Oh, well, I don't know. You might want to talk to the captain of the guard.
Maybe we do.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a fishing pole.
Oh, we do. Did we bring it? Sure, we would have.
It's on the boat.
Oh, okay.
We got one fishing pole for 4 of us.
We could always ask one of the guys to row it out to us. But it might be a way of getting some information about what's going on in the castle, or at least maybe getting into the castle to see the castle guard's captain.
Maybe catch a fish.
And maybe catch a fish.
Couple of birds, one
So
stone.
many upsides.
So many
So
upsides.
how would it get us into the castle besides getting like arrested?
No. If we need to talk to the captain of the guard, he
Mhm.
might be stationed inside of the castle.
I feel like any guard would be like, get out of here. We weren't told anyone's fishing today.
Give me perception checks as you're walking through the city.
16!
A round of perception checks.
6.
Nat 20.
Ooh!
Damn.
Nice perceiving.
He was on point.
I got a 24.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, there's definitely city guard. You notice some as you sort of came up the hill from the docks. You notice one here or there. With the general amount of revelry, though, everyone's having a pretty good time. There's not, again, it's not like the night, so there's not like a lot of drunken revelry going on yet. As you get closer to the castle, you do notice a different sort of guard, and that you get the idea that these are a little more serious, a little more, they're standing at attention more, and they are definitely congregated around the front part. And as you sort of, again, there's sort of one major road, and as you guys approach, you can see. Not exactly everything, but basically one side you can sort of see that there is this sort of main guard tower over here, and then there is a rather long expanse of stone going into the castle proper, as it were. So you can sort of see that when you're over here. And that entrance to that stone bridge, basically, is guarded, from what you can gather, is the Queen's Guard.
Okay, so this is going to be a pain.
And we should
Probably
fly in.
would have better luck getting into the two wizarding houses.
You could fly in. You could turn into a dragon, and someone could pick someone up.
Nobody's looking up.
Go in the cover of darkness.
Go around the side of this house and we'll fly up.
I assume you're saying that not within earshot of Slavi?
Right.
Well, he's within earshot of us, but we're using our setting stones.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Then setting stone shop.
yeah. Cool. Is that the plan?
Once we fly in, we're stuck there for a good bit. Or, well,
We gotta fight our way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to send in a familiar for now? And scope it out while we're here?
Oh, we could do familiars.
Has he seen any of our familiars?
No.
I don't think
All
so.
right. Who's out there?
I don't know if we had familiars at that point. I guess we did.
But we may not have used
No,
them
you
very
might
much.
not. You might have gotten your familiars after we quote unquote defeated him
I think so,
and
yeah.
leveled up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were able to use your familiar in the Mistral Woods, but I think Mistral Woods came after Falrith.
I think that was the first time we really used them.
Mm-hmm.
Is Finnish still on your party line?
Well, she's on Finric's.
She's on mine.
You have to repeat the network.
For what it's worth, I can have myself and one other person. I can make them fly for 10 minutes. Myself and one other person.
Call it.
What's that?
Can it be me?
Yes, Finric. It could be you.
Do we all just want to fly in?
It could have been you.
Guns blazing?
Guns blazing.
Because we can't use magic.
Mhm.
But we can use guns.
We can't use magic?
What if anybody looks up?
Well, I mean, we can, but we'll get discovered.
Hmm.
Like they don't use magic somewhere.
What if anybody looks up?
Frowned upon anyway.
Well,
Not forbidden.
Mr. Twizzard can polymorph someone into a flying creature, correct?
Does that mean they can fly though?
Yes, and they could probably carry someone if there's something like a giant eagle.
I don't know
Yeah,
if I can make it.
a giant owl or a giant eagle
Yeah.
could. You carry one person in each talon.
Okay, so
Everyone.
who wants me to polymorph them into a giant bat, which will then take off next to a crowded Oktoberfest?
This is at night.
Okay.
This is at night. And maybe we shouldn't do this on the first night. Maybe we should scout the first night to see what kind of, guards they have out.
Hmm.
If there's any open windows or balconies that we might be able to get to.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do a
Maybe
scout.
hear from the servants what the layout's like on the inside, so we're not going in blind.
Servants probably go to the castle bar to hang out.
You don't think that? Well, I guess they probably work and live in the castle. They don't necessarily have houses on the outside.
Okay, we break into the castle. We go to the castle bar. Hear what they have to say. Leave. Wait a night. Break into the castle.
That's good. But to start that first part, you dress like
Super.
servants and then get seen by the guards, and they're like, "You, what are you doing? Not at work. Get back in here."
I can send in my familiar too to scout and
Okay.
to get some recon.
Do we want to send the familiar at night when it's less likely to be seen and more likely to give us information that's going to be useful towards figuring out what the place is like at night?
Yep.
So then, how far or how large is this moat? Could we bamf the familiars on the other side?
The bridge is about 45 feet long. There's an area to the west where it's only about 10 feet wide. But it's off sort of, not, it's not like country, but it's like a park type of thing.
All right, I'm just wondering how far into the castle our familiars would be able to go, and we would still be able to see through their eyes and hear through their ears.
I think,
I think it's 100 feet.
Yeah, I get 100 feet.
We can bamf them 60 feet, I think, and then they can go 100 feet in front of us while we see through their...
The castle is about 160 feet or so wide, you would think. You can't really see how deep it is from where you are. You're still on the one side of it.
Maybe there's an underground passage.
Well, oh. Well, that might be even harder to find.
We would have to probably do some research at like a library or a city hall, which I'm assuming is just the castle.
I don't think they keep records of that in the municipal hall.
So we have to find the oldest person in town and find out if they know anything. I helped build the castle.
Could we just go into the sewers?
Yeah, we could climb up their muck.
Lily is frowning upon this.
I mean, it's not the worst suggestion. It smells, but probably a way in. And if we turn someone into a mutant bat, they could fly and probably rip like iron gratings off of walls.
Yeah, that's assuming there is a sewer that runs from it and it doesn't just like dump out into the lake.
That's true. It could just come out holes. Yeah, we don't want to swim in that lake.
So I have a question. So where are we now with in terms of like everyone's like spells and abilities and hats and stuff? Like if we did sort of do this plan and got everyone in, can anyone disguise themselves as a guard?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, Paelias, we forgot who you were disguised as. We remember that it was someone who might have been a little thicker around the middle so you could hide your armor, but we can't remember who it was.
Oh yeah. Was it
Or the Barksy?
Barksy the dog?
I don't know. We thought it was someone from Puppyton.
Paws and Barksy are both Goliath. Or no, sorry, they're both furbolgs.
I think we strayed away from that because they were either too big or too small. But yeah, I don't remember. I'll go look in a mirror.
Fair enough.
Okay, so fleshing out. So assuming we do this thing where we all fly into the castle, Paelias disguises himself as a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Should we, in our recon, we'll sort of like figure out what the staff at the castle like sort of dress like, and perhaps we try to dress like that.
Good idea.
So we've got like a guard and we're staff.
Hmm.
Unless there wouldn't be a dwarf and a halfling staff. But I guess we'll
For
find
my
out.
prisoners, I could do a prisoner. We could do a Chewy thing.
Yeah.
Transporting prisoner from cell block, whatever.
I like
We
it.
didn't get word of this.
All right. So what time is it?
As you look around, you estimate it's probably, let's see, you went to Billy Butterbun. It's probably only like 3 p.m. or so.
Do we want to sit and wait for nightfall?
Yeah, you basically walk the entire like length of the city.
Cool city.
Yeah. We should try to get some of the townsfolks involved and cause a revolt. Slightly different strategy.
Like we did in Puppyton.
I mean, judging from what you've seen, everyone seems pretty happy. There's like a festival going on, so
Oh, okay.
there's not a lot of unrest in Njars.
And there's a lot of tourists, so a lot of people probably won't care.
Right. Okay.
If you shut off the beer and food supply and say the Royals did it, they might start to care.
Yeah. Yeah. Or we could do a distraction, like we have some random things go off on the other side of town to make the guards go check it out, and then there are less guards in the castle.
Ooh, we could fake the appearance of the 2 missing Royals. Say they've been spotted somewhere. Wait, didn't I get something new?
Yeah, can you prestidigitation them?
No, I've got Miss Lee, but it's not what I thought it was. I'm confusing myself and another life I lead.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can become invisible at the same time, and an illusory double of me appears.
Oh, that's cool.
I can control my double as long as I don't attack or cast anything. Yeah. But it still looks like me, so that's not very helpful.
Well, I mean, we could be us in a different part of town, but that might tip our hand.
We would cause a distraction.
Hmm.
Is that what you're saying? Just
Yeah.
being us in a town cause a distraction.
Right.
I think if we cast any magic, we might. Well, I don't know how they would react. They might just be like, "Oh, boo," or they might be like, "Call the guards."
We could set up a magic trap, like a booby trap, magic trap that doesn't like hurt anybody, but puts off some magic and then pulls the guards toward it.
Can we do something only magic users would notice?
I feel like fog cloud would probably be okay. Like if there's just a fog that rolls in or something. But fog cloud doesn't work like that. But you could use fog, meh,
I could cast like 30 of them.
and some gust.
Yeah, you could gust it. Or grease. You can just grease up the place.
Oh yes, grease the whole castle.
Yeah, and if you grease the festivities while they're drinking, oh man, that would be funny.
I can't seem to cast level 5 grease. I guess it's only level 1.
What does it do at higher levels?
It's a shame. It doesn't say it. I don't think it does.
Oh,
Fog Cloud
okay.
did, but grease doesn't.
So, Shawn,
Yes.
since Lily has detect magic,
Yes.
is that something that people would know she was doing? Like, let's say she went into like the bathroom or something. She did her incantation and her hand motion. She would be able to walk out and for 10 minutes be able to detect magic, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you're in a bustling enough place that you could probably, you could roll a stealth
Really,
check.
you're just
Stealth check
talking
with like
under
a
your-
5 DC to see if you could cast it with no one noticing.
yeah.
Hey, Twizzard, I just realized that we have a great combo, the two of us. If you cast grease on somebody, then I can cast guiding bolt, and we get grease lightning.
Nice. Just slide them right into the zaps.
Right. It's electrifying.
So, see, when we team up, we can make these cool combo points. So we've got-
Yeah,
and now grease lightning.
grease lightning.
Classic.
Well, after hearing Mr. Twizzard's suggestion that Hildegard might not be Hildegard, I think Lily is very anxious to meet her and use detect magic.
Why don't we just take her out?
Well, if she's non-magic, then there's no harm. But if she is hiding something with magic, then we'll know.
Well, can we stick something in her room that would be magical that if she notices it, then she's magical?
I think detect magic would work. You just be able to know right away. And I don't even think they can tell if you detected their magic or not.
You're kind of just staring at them intently.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got a lot of good plans out there. Each of them flawless. Which one do we go with?
Does that mean lots of flaws?
Meanwhile, Swabi's just sort of like leading you around, showing you the sights, and you guys are just standing there, like walking, like all not talking.
I think Lily
Completely silent.
would probably say like, "Oh, isn't that fascinating?"
Right,
Or,
right. Lily
"What's
punches,
that?"
so it's not completely awkward.
Yeah.
Way to pull through.
Interesting. Really? You don't say. All right.
Well, I really wouldn't mind turning someone into a bat. So if that sounds like a good plan, I'm all for that. Purely for that reason.
Do you get to turn back afterward? Like, how long does it last?
You might be.
It's an hour.
Come out. I mean, it's concentration, so I think I could just stop.
Oh, you could just stop concentrating.
Yeah,
I guess-
you can control it.
You make some bat signals, and I'll be like, okay, you're done with that. Like flap 3 times.
Except for when you're actually flying.
Ooh, that would be a good distraction. A giant bat.
Yeah.
I have
Or
a
we
feeling
could
that
just
if
send
you
zone.
you
Hey,
know,
I'm ready.
You're gonna get shot at.
Yeah.
But you're a giant bat. You can take a few arrows.
Do you get more hit points?
Yeah, you would have 22 hit points.
That's it?
Well, and then you would become you again.
That is not more.
So it's almost like 22 extra hit points.
you
Yeah.
plus 20.
Oh, we should use this more often.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yes, polymorph is a really good offensive and defensive spell.
All right. Well, if we're gonna take a long rest before we really do anything, I can turn us all into giant bats.
And
Oh,
it
like
could be any creature, right? Like if we get in there and got cornered by like a bunch of soldiers, you could turn me into like a rhinoceros, and I could just like sort of charge through, right?
As long as I have spell slots, let's see. I can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Sweet.
Really, polymorph is that low?
Well, it's third level. I
Third
think,
level.
or 4th level. I'm sorry.
Fourth
Okay.
level.
You have 7 fourth level
The new
slots.
form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating. So since you guys, if you are the targets, you have levels. So basically, a challenge rating of under, what are you, level 9? So yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was like half of your level. So 9 divided by, oh, that's druid stuff.
4
yeah,
polymorphs.
Wild shape is different.
So it's pretty good.
4 polymorphs.
We would only need 4. But
Okay.
we could use less and do 2 in and 2 out, and in case we had to get away fast.
Yeah, somebody could ride the giant.
Well, Finistil's going to get 2 of us, get herself and one of us in, right? So we just need 1.
And technically, Mr. Twizzard can use his amulet to fly him and someone else.
But
And I could probably just walk.
But I think we were saying that the eagle or bat could carry 2 extra people. So that's 1, 2, 3, me, Finistil.
Now, the one thing to keep in mind, Twizzard, I don't know if you've read further down, but the
I don't
target's
read.
game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast.
Right. So your dexterity will change to the beast dexterity. Your constitution will change to the constitution.
Well, and more importantly, your intelligence and wisdom. So, like, if you make someone a sheep, they're not going to be super useful.
Birds are smart.
Something to keep in mind. Just putting that out there.
Oh, and additionally, I can only do it 3 times. Apparently, I can't cast it as a 5th level spell. It's only level 4, and I have 3 spell slots. Going down.
Really? You can only cast it as a level 4?
Yeah, I can't do it as level 5.
Really?
Let's say it. No,
That's odd.
That doesn't sound right.
it's not listed on my level 5.
Yeah, the giant bat's intelligence is -4.
Ooh.
So
An owl.
Or an owl.
I think giant owl would be much better. That's giant.
They are wise.
Giant eagle is -1 intelligence, but
Yeah.
+3 strength.
Yeah, so that's better. It understands Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but can't speak them. Sorry, can you cast... So you're asking, can you cast Polymorph at level 5?
Yeah, D&D Beyond doesn't seem to think I can.
Huh. I think that's just because it doesn't do anything different.
So that'd be the same as the difference between Grease and Fog Cloud. Fog Cloud I can cast all the way from 1st to the 5th level, but Grease is only 1st. Fog Cloud, the radius increases. Grease, nothing. They probably think it'll be way too powerful.
Yes. You don't get more grease.
I feel like giant eagle would be better than giant owl. More strength, more dexterity.
Better than Bat? Bat would be awesome. That would get the rumor mill going.
That's like -4 intelligence. You just run into stuff.
Giant bat, +2 strength, +3 dexterity, -4 intelligence, -2 charisma, +1 wisdom.
Awesome night vision.
You have echolocation, so
Don't even need eyes.
bat has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing. That's it. I think the eagle's better. Multi-attack, beak, talons. Speak its own language and understand speech and common tongue.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is nice. How would you tell it to do stuff otherwise?
Well, it understands common and Orin.
The bat does?
Yeah. Oh no,
Or the eagle.
The bat can't do it. Its intelligence is really low.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
so I cast someone with Bat and then they just fly off.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they wouldn't even be able to do anything because they
People
would
would
just
be able to
do their own
listen
thing.
at least, and I feel it would be able to follow directions.
All right. So do we want to?
And it could be useful in attack too.
So we have infiltrate the guard bar.
Well, I think we're going to try to scout for tonight and then possibly infiltrate the castle the following night.
All right.
You guys can guard bar while we scout or something, or while if you wanted to check out the bar.
Yeah, I'm not all that sneaky, so I don't think I'd be very good trying to find the guard bar. I think you guys are much sneakier than I am.
Well, you and me can do the scouting because we've got our familiars. We could combine them. My familiar can fly your familiar in.
Or I could turn us both into eagles.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're being a little more subtle tonight.
I suppose. All right. Well, how would you guard bar scouts get in?
They're ladies.
Yeah. I guess we just have to go in there, maybe sit at the bar or at a table, start talking, and wait to see if a guard comes over. And
Well, it's not like a restaurant. You have to walk under the main gate where there's guards, right? I think we're like, oh, hey, where are you going?
You think all the guards live there?
Aren't there guards guarding the main castle entrances?
Yeah.
There's definitely guards at the sort of the guard house at the side of the bridge. That's the mainland is definitely well guarded by the Queen's Guard, not just the city guard.
All right, maybe. See, Lily's not Agnes. She's not going to be able to do that kind of persuasion. I don't even know if I should go down that road. Well, our persuasion's +4. That's not terrible.
Do you want to be a lady there, Finric? You can borrow the hat.
How come you don't have the number there?
Oh, for this mission, yeah.
Here, you want to do Tallrith?
No, I'll be a lady.
All right.
The hat doesn't change your voice, just so you know.
Girls' night.
Sorry, what is the mission exactly? I'm not sure if I'm clear on that detail.
Neither am I. I think that Lily, maybe Finistal, and possibly Finric are going to go and speak to some of the Queen's guards.
Okay.
But I don't know
This
what
is during
we're
the
going
day.
to, or during their off hour.
Yeah.
Like we watch during the transition, and we maybe chat up someone who is leaving their post.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. You could basically. Do you want to dismiss Swavi and sort of like stake out the main guardhouse on this side of the?
Well, I think that Swavi needs to go and perform his own duties of getting some intel about whether Hildegard would be able to come out and meet and rendezvous with us. All
right. Yeah. If you want to give him a mission.
Yeah.
We should roll.
So I'm going to be like, oh, Swavi dear, could you maybe see about getting word to your friends in the castle about asking around if Hildegard could possibly leave the castle at any point and maybe rendezvous with some concerned constituents?
Well, my friends don't really like. I don't know if they'd be. It's not really their place to talk to the royals necessarily. They're more like servants that are seen, not heard. I could maybe have them leave a note somewhere. If you wanted to like write a note.
Oh, Lily is really thinking about using her seal. Her signet. I don't know if she trusts Swavi that much, though. And she doesn't know if that's going to get into the wrong hands. Oh, no, I don't think she's going to use her signet ring.
Yeah, I mean, he's friends with, like, the cook and, like, the stable hand, like not people who would like dare to talk directly to one of the royals, right?
Hmm. Well, Suave, do you think it would be possible if I was to just maybe jot down a little note that maybe this note could find its way under Hildegard's door to her room?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. So maybe I go about seeing if I can get some paper, something to write with, because Agnes has the pens, the paper, and the inkwell.
Twizzard probably has. You probably have some paper left over from your last spell transcribing, I'm sure.
Yes, I have some ink supplies for sale.
At least.
I could acquire some drawing paper at some point. Would that work?
Some drawing paper?
Yeah. Remember, I wanted to like draw something like back in the day, so I like bought
It's awesome.
paper.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not-
Yeah, it's probably the drawing paper is probably. It's probably around the same quality as what Twizzard has. Twizzard's might be a little
Right.
higher quality, to be fair.
Oh,
Just saying. I don't know if you want highest quality though. I don't know what this note's gonna say, so I'm just.
what do you think, Sally?
I just need to be able to jot down a note. I was thinking about writing something about we're concerned about the safety of your parents, would like to meet, we'll be at, and then ask Suave what a good place to meet, an inconspicuous, maybe very crowded, so Hildegard would not be recognized kind of place.
Gotcha. I just gave you a sheet of paper.
Anyone have some charcoal or pencil or inks? Mr. Twizzard, may I borrow? Well, Paelias, number 1, may I?
Oh, yes, of course. Here's something to write with.
All right. So I guess Sally goes and finds a place where there is a flat enough surface, and in her best handwriting, she's going to write, concerned for the well-being of your parents, would like to meet if possible, and then put maybe the next day.
Bring sandwiches.
Maybe early. No. It should be. I mean, I don't know what stuff is like in there. I'm thinking it should be late enough that she can get out, but not too late that there wouldn't be a lot of people still on the streets.
So the next.
I don't know. What time do people eat dinner in Yards?
7.
Yeah, I mean, they probably conduct their business. It probably ends around 4 or 5. And then there'd be a period of time before the sort of formal dinner. But if you want to meet her outside of the castle, Tinnowin Meadows, that's probably the highest class of restaurants.
All right. So I put, was it Tiddling Meadows?
Tinnowin Meadows.
Tiddlewin.
Tinnowin. Yeah, but yeah.
Tinnowing.
Tinnowyn.
Tiddlewing.
Tinnowin.
Okay.
Tinnowin Meadows.
Tiddlewing Meadows. At we'll say 5:30.
Was this lunch?
And I'll put the previous or the next day, whatever the next day is.
The Saul. Yep.
The Saul. And then I roll it up, or probably fold it up. I'm sure Lily knows how to fold it in such a way that it's kind of like self-sealing, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if you tried to open it, you'd probably rip it.
Ooh, do you seal it with wax?
Well, I was considering, but I'm not using my signet ring ring, so I'm not going to seal it with wax. I think just the special, like, folding into itself in kind of an origami style is good enough.
And did you sign it? Anything?
I'll sign it, SC for Sally Copperhead.
All right.
What if we just wrote, "Dear Falworth, we know it's you"? And
Yeah, or I know what you did in Wesleyville.
yeah, and just started like torturing him, just make him crazy. Who is this? Who knows what I did?
You can send a separate note if you want.
Like we'll haunt his bathroom mirror, so when he looks in it, suddenly it's us. We know, and then disappear.
You like rub soap on it, right? So when it fogs up, it doesn't fog up there. Isn't that the?
Like that Twilight Zone episode where there's the mirror. When you look in it, you can see the your enemies behind you.
All right, this is Plan G. Drive Falworth mad.
Wait, so if we send this note, then what does that mean for like scouting and possibly infiltrating the castle?
Well, tonight we're still going to scout, but we need to find out more information if entering the castle is even necessary. Right? If she shows up, then do we need to go into the castle?
Oh,
maybe
your
she
dinner
can
date's
get us.
tonight.
No, it's the previous night.
Oh, so we can still scout tonight.
You can still scout tonight, but we weren't going to try to infiltrate until we had more information.
I thought scouting meant infiltrating.
No.
Well, I
No.
thought we were scouting with your...
Just with our familiar.
We're scouting with familiars so that we don't get in there until we know what's going on in there.
Right, we need to know better as to the layout, what to expect, if Falworth's even in there. Like, if Hildegard is Falworth and she comes out to us, then we don't need to go in, do we?
That's true.
And if Hildegard is really Hildegard, then we can maybe find out more about her parents and see if this is all of Falworth's doing.
Did she even have parents?
Does she? Yeah, she. Well,
She probably did.
there was a king and queen that
Probably
have
was.
gone missing. That's definite. All right, so I'm going to pass that over to Suavi. I'll be like, do the best you can to get this to Hildegard.
All right. I should be able to get it to my friend. There is also a rather large market nearby. He's like, yeah, I think actually I might go and try to meet my friend now and give her the note.
Well, maybe this silver coin to your friend will help expedite this letter.
I think that's a great idea.
Before you go, do you know which room or area of the castle that Hildebrand lady is in?
Hildegard.
I can find out.
Oh, but you don't know at the moment, do you?
No, I didn't really care before.
Okay. Yeah, if you could find out, that'd be good.
And how much should I tell my friend? Like, if she asks why I'm doing this, what should I say?
You're just curious.
Okay, I'll give her the coin. That'll help.
Yes.
Okay.
Just say from a concerned constituent.
Yes.
All right, so he sort of
Concerned and
runs off into the
sympathetic.
So I was thinking if we knew what room or area she was in, we could still do the flying eagle thing, holding someone looking at the compass. And that way we could narrow down what area of the castle they were in.
You might be able to just ask Finistal to fly you around with a compass in a very dark part. We could probably walk around the castle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
basically on the southern side, it's a park. The town is mostly east all the way to the river and also above north, and you're not really sure what's on the other side yet because you haven't gone over there.
Oh, I thought we couldn't get in for some reason.
You can't get
Well,
in.
no, it's not that we can't get
You
in.
can walk
It's
around
just
you could try to walk around the lake.
Yeah, we should try to walk around the lake because we wanna see where the best spot is to set up camp to set our familiars loose.
No.
all right. So while Suavi is off doing his errand, maybe Finistal and I and a disguised Lady Finric can go and chat up a guard who is leaving their post, and then Paelias 1 and Paelias 2 can take a stroll.
You mean Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw and Paelias, but then Ravenclaw is not going to look like Ravenclaw anymore. because
that's a
he
good
would have
point.
given his
If
hat.
you take that hat off, you're gonna look like a cleric. of
Oh
mischief.
yeah. Well,
yeah.
I don't have to be like a guard chatting up lady.
Yeah, you'll have to be a lady by your own accord.
Okay.
Or
That was
maybe-
gonna be a stretch anyway on account of the voice.
Yep. I mean, you can still do it. You just gotta get some makeup and a wig and
Maybe I'll just
Yeah.
hang out with you guys.
yeah. Okay.
take a stroll with the guys.
All right, so
We'll need a good lookout actually, because we'll both only be able to see through our familiar's eyes.
Oh, I'm an excellent lookout.
Nice.
We could turn you into like a cat or something if you could get to the castle that way, but then you'd be thinking like a cat.
No, we need somebody to guard us though while we're just vulnerable, sitting outside the castle.
We'd turn
Done.
you into a lion.
Like
No,
if you
not right now, Twister. Thank you though.
If you find a part in the, around the castle where you're actually kind of closer so that the familiar can go further in the castle.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you just sit and meditate, or you just sit and, enjoy the beautiful day. And then Finric could just keep the eye out for people who think you look suspicious and be like, guys, and give you a shake so that to temporarily stop seeing through their eyes.
Right. Yeah, it's a good plan. I like it.
all right, so who's doing what when?
The guys are taking a walk.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you guys want to go left around the castle or right around the castle?
Left.
Left.
Okay. All right, so you guys head a little, off to the side, and you leave the bustling city, and it's sort of, it's a bit like a city park. There are fruit trees. There are beautiful flowers. The trees actually, their leaves are starting to turn color. And as you there's basically a path that runs, along the edge of the lake. And at one point, it does get within maybe 15, 20 feet of the castle. And at that point, you see one of the Queen's Guard. She's standing at attention, sort of at that point that's closest to the castle. And she sort of like looks at you as you walk and gives a slight nod. As you guys sort of, do you stop to interact, or do you continue walking on the path?
Oh, good.
Understanding zone. Someone's
Like
got
not.
Sorry, what was that?
Someone wants to seduce her.
I said somebody's got to seduce her. Like, we
I
need
think maybe just a slight nod would be fine.
for now.
Yeah.
Slight nod
Well,
for now.
We'll leave it open in interpretation.
All right.
All right, but you keep walking.
Yeah.
Yep. And you continue around. You get to sort of the back edge of the castle, and the path sort of continues around the back. And this is where you notice a egress from the lake, water-wise, and there is a footbridge over that. You can continue over that, and now you're basically on the back side of the castle. And from that, you see it sort of rise out of the lake, and there's a window or two, but it's basically a sheer cliffside on this back side of the castle. Actually, give me perception checks as you're walking around.
I want to look for like bushes or good places to kind of like hide out of the way.
Yeah.
There-
So it's interesting. The path that you're on. Well, actually, roll the perception first.
13.
13.
I got 14.
Finric?
Oh, me too. 5.
Yeah. Finric's like really enjoying the weather, and there's some like interesting bird life. But meanwhile, Twizzard and Paelias, they've been sort of scoping it out, and this is a nice path. But you also sort of get the feeling that the reason there's no brush or bushes or trees right up to the edge is so if you want to be, if you want to be closest to the castle, you're not going to have any cover. So that's why this sort of path circumnavigates on the edge of as it is. And there's a drop of about 10 feet down into the lake from this sort of area. So there's no bushes or trees or shrubbery. But if you go, so the path itself is maybe 6 feet wide with a little bit of on either side. So about 7-8 feet is where the sort of forest. And there's the occasional branching path that goes off into that area, different foot trails and things like that. But if you wanted to be in the cover of trees, you'd have to be another 7 or 8 feet from the edge of the lake. So the closest you could be to the wall is arguably where you saw that Queen's Guard. And even there, you'd be 15, 20, call it 25 feet if you were in the trees. But you'd also be very close, assuming that Queen's Guard is there at night as well. But if you didn't want to be at that closest point, you could be within 30 feet of the castle wall in a couple places, but still be in trees.
I mean, even if they were not hidden by trees or brush, I mean, other than looking like they might be in a trance, like, could they just kind of sit down, close their eyes, and make it look like they're enjoying the sunny day?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you pass other people just sort of enjoying the day. You see people with pretzels like the ones you got earlier. Someone has a bag of some roasted nuts.
Sorry, weren't we going to wait until it was nighttime to send the familiars in?
Well, we were, but if it's easier to disguise ourselves during the day, then maybe we should do that too. And I mean, we could always send the familiars in, and then if we get outside of 100 feet, they just stay where they are, or do they disappear?
I mean, you give them instruction. Let me see here.
Just be like, hey, hang out there till I come back.
Yeah, because Lily's cat is on the boat, just hanging out, catching mice.
Yeah, they don't disappear.
Okay.
You just wouldn't be able to see through their eyes or hear through their ears.
Yeah.
Come back.
Well, you just kind of revamp them into a new spot.
Yeah.
But because you don't have to be within a certain distance to unvamp them, just to vamp them.
Right.
Yeah, when you bamf it in, it has to be within 10 feet of you.
To bamf in. But it could have been somewhere else, it could have been thousands of feet
within
away.
30 feet of you.
What?
As an action, while it's temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of you.
Oh.
And yes, Agnes is, or Erin's right. 100 feet is when you can not only communicate with it telepathically, but you can see through its eyes and hear.
And even when you're not seeing through its eyes, you can still communicate with it telepathically.
That might be only a thing you can do.
Oh.
Let's see, because you have a pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to look up pseudo dragon?
When it bonds with a companion, a pseudo dragon can communicate what it sees and hears, even over long distances. So it doesn't. The companion can sense what the dragon senses, as long as they're within 1 mile of each other. But you can only.
So Paelias will just go back to Butterbottom's Inn.
Yeah. Well, you're only sensing it. You're not seeing and hearing through it, and you're not talking to it. But yeah, So, and then Twizzard's lizard does not have that. Twizzard's lizard is the same 100 foot. I assume you're familiar still in the form of a lizard. Though you could
yes.
change it if you took the time and money.
Nope.
I don't know. If you guys want to do a little reconnaissance, we could do that now, or we could pick that up next time. What do you think? You could bamf it into the trees, but so no one would see you bamf it in necessarily. But
I could always fog cloud bomb that guard. They could run over, bamf it, and control it.
fog cloud bomb. Ooh.
I can make a pretty big fog cloud now.
I feel like that would look kind of magical, though.
It might.
We're trying to do scouting, right?
Yeah, I mean, even getting the familiars in is going to be hard because we're going to have to go so that they don't see them. Because if they spot them, then I think they'll spot magic, basically.
Well, a flying dragon, maybe. A chameleon. If it's just a lizard.
Your
scoots along the
pseudo-dragon
wall.
is like the size of a cat with wings.
Mm-hmm. Right. But I mean, you can see a cat with wings if you look at it.
You can.
So
That's true.
we have to be a little stealthy about how to get in there, especially if we're going to do this during the day.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking that the pseudo dragon was just going to carry your lizard.
But the lizard could just be bamped onto the wall and then just walk up the wall.
Yeah, 30 feet. I mean, you could bamf it onto the wall, no problem.
Or in the grass, and then it just starts climbing up the wall. I'm sure that the chameleon is small enough that you find a little area of higher grass.
Well, I mean, if we want to take turns and do that during the day, and it's the smaller chameleon thing, and then if we have to wait until nightfall and do the pseudo dragon,
Yeah, we could try that.
and then at least like Paelias might have to we might have to guide Paelias closer to the castle, but he could summon it from like further back if that helps
Right.
provide cover.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
How tall is the castle?
Good question. It is from where you are, so it probably rises 10 feet out of the lake to sort of the base level. You'd guess that the first floor is maybe 15 feet. There's at least 2 floors judging by the windows you see. And then some of the corner towers are a little taller. So
I'm just wondering
30
if
to 40
the
feet.
pseudo dragon is bamped into the air, would it look more like a bird? You know, if you're looking straight up, 30 feet's pretty high above you. Would you kind of just see a shadow and be like, oh, that's an odd looking bird?
Yeah, some kind of hawk or something.
And I mean, I could bamf it into the air above me in the woods and have it fly up, kind of above the trees so it's even higher when somebody would actually be near it.
Can I polymorph it
No.
into something more reasonable?
You can polymorph any creature.
So you can make it, it doesn't have to, you can fly around looking like a regular bird.
But
yeah.
if it's polymorphed, would it be able to communicate the same way?
Yeah.
Because now it's that creature. It's no longer the familiar.
That's very interesting. I admit I'm a little in uncharted territory. That's a fascinating idea, though.
Because if a person is turned into that creature, maybe they would have the same intelligence and the same everything as, but they wouldn't be able to communicate anymore the same way. Would they be able to understand you if you gave them directions if their wisdom is really low, like the bat?
So you'd have the. It'd be the challenge rating instead of the player level, but yeah, it seems like you'd still be able to control it.
Couldn't we just like paste some wings or some fake feathers on it?
We can always do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you polymorph the pseudo dragon or the lizard, you'll still be able to possess it. I think that is a fascinating and awesome plan. So I will allow that.
So that's an option.
But it uses 2 of your spell slots for each, or like 1 spell slots for each.
Well, just one.
Yeah,
Just back overnight.
What's
I
that?
wouldn't polymorph my lizard.
right.
Are there lizards around here? I'm sure there are.
Yeah, no, there's.
It's Augsburg.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
there's
it's
lizards.
Augsburg, yeah.
They wouldn't be like, "What is that? It's magic. It's the devil."
And those
Are there any pseudo dragons? Maybe pseudo dragons are big around here.
You
Yeah.
haven't seen any pseudo dragons around.
Oh.
There might be one soon.
What kind of does Finstall also have a pseudo dragon?
Yes, I do actually. I'm not. Oh wait. Oh.
She's
that's
not
true.
there.
We
She's
should-
with
She also has good ears.
Sally Copperhead. Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Here, let's jump in on Sally and Finistell. So what did you guys want to do?
We
We'll
were
just,
going to be about
we'll
talking to a guard that was going off duty. I
Okay,
don't know
so-
exactly what we were going to say.
So those guys go off for their walk, and you sort of stake out the main guardhouse there. Basically, if you hang out until 5, you would see the changing of the guard. And what you see is sort of 2 Queen's Guard come out, salute the 2 that have been at the entrance to that sort of gatehouse that leads to the bridge. And then the 2 who are relieved go back into the castle. However, while you're sitting around and waiting, you do see a rather hairy-looking person in the sort of what you take to be chef's garb or cook's garb, along with an assistant of some sort. They go in to the castle after a few exchanged words with the Queen's Guard. They go in maybe around 4:15, and you see a sort of a woman dressed rather finely. At one point, she comes out maybe around 4:45 or so, and heads off into the market. So that's what you and Finistell see.
Oh.
That's good info there.
I'm wondering if following the lady would be better than talking up with the guard.
You could leave Finistell watching the guards and then you could follow the other one. If you want.
Yeah.
What about
All
the
right.
cooks?
I'll follow the lady, I guess, but I don't know how much later I'm going to be able to make it tonight. So
Yeah, well, we can definitely pick this up. Yeah, it is 11:44. And if you guys wanted to do a familiar infiltration right now, we could, or we can just save the castle shenanigans for next time.
well, I mean, I am not needed for the shenanigans, so you guys are more than welcome to keep going.
I'm okay saving the cash for
Yeah,
cash.
let's
Yeah,
call
I'll
it
do it next
here.
time.
And we'll see exactly how the Ateum. It's not really an infiltration. This is an information gathering, right?
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance.
I give
Reconnaissance.
it 3 minutes before all hell breaks loose.
What could go wrong? All right, that sounds good. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time on BND Live.